Not quite sure what this relationship is all about, but you know what? They make a cute couple.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers G.I.Joe crossovers MEGATRON H.I.S.S. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So first off, love the packaging here, love what they did with the box art here. On this side we have very G1-y Transformers box art, on this side we have very G.I. Joe-y box art. On the top, we got the same thing going on there. G.I. Joe, Transformers. On this side, more G.I. Joe. On this side, more Transformers. On the bottom, crossovers logo, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have some nice obligatory product shots, and you can open the box by pulling these two sections apart. Love it! And you have the box here, it says Hasbro, right up front and center, G.I. Joe, Transformers, on the bottom, G.I. Joe, Transformers, nothing there, nothing there. On the back, top secret! Top secret information for you, there you go, you can read it. And that's basically it for the packaging. Actually, that's not it for the packaging. We have a little bit more packaging to talk about because Baroness is included with this set, and she does come on her own card. Again, you got some nice artwork there. Cobra Enemy, Baroness, and on the back, again, some nice artwork. A bio card if you want to read it in multiple languages. Hooray for languages, and now that's it for the packaging. Then moving right along, here we have the MEGATRON H.I.S.S tank. A pretty cool concept, hence concept. Cool in concept, not so much in execution, but we'll talk about that as we go. But first, we're going to talk about the little lady here. So here she is. Here is Baroness, and yeah, she stands at 3 3/4 inches tall, and a nicely done little figure, although there is something that I really don't like about this figure, but we'll talk about that in a second. But let's get in close here so we can take a look. Eyes up here. Let's take a look at that face sculpt. Pretty nicely done face sculpt. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the suit. The suit is nicely detailed. Cobra symbol right there on her chest. And again, just an all black suit there with black boots. It's all black. All black every day. Black hair, black everything. Not a whole lot to her. Articulation-wise, the head can't turn about that far. The hair is not, it's not a soft plastic. It's not rubber, so it's kind of hard to get her head turning, but you can get it turned about that far before the hair just completely obstructs the movement. Arms can do a full 360, in and out. You got bicep rotation. You got 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. You do have a waist joint that's all kinds of wiggly-waggly. Legs can go forward that far. Back, that far, outward, that far, no rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and that is pretty much it. Now let's talk about her face for a second, because her face, more importantly her eyes, they painted the inside of the glasses in like the flesh tone, but it just looks bad. I don't know how well it comes across on camera. If you ever get to see this in person, you'll see what I'm talking about a bit better. But they painted the inside of her glasses and painted her eyes in, but it just, the colors don't match, and they just made it look like she has pink eye, and it just doesn't look good. It doesn't. Again, I don't know how well it's coming across on camera, but if you ever get to see this in person, that does not look good. It just looks like she has pink eye or something. I don't know. It is what it is. I hope she clears that up. But you know what? It's all good. But as far as accessories, she comes with a few accessories. She just has a little display base here. And you just peg that into the bottom of her foot. And that will keep her upright. You do get a, looks like a Cobra backpack. No Cobra there because Cobra. And that just pegs in right back there where backpacks usually sit. And you also get a gun here, just cast all in black. And she can hold it thusly. And a hand that she can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and cobra. She can do all of those things. You can create that. Hey, come on girl. Come on now, girl. Come on, work with me, girl. Work with me, girl. Any other time she was cooperative. But now, of course, when the camera's on, She don't want to be cooperative no more. Anyway, there you go. There she is. Cobra. And on to the main event. Here we have the Megatron H.I.S.S tank. And yeah, first off, I was actually surprised by the size of this figure. I wasn't expecting this figure to be as big as it was. Now, unfortunately, it's a big figure, but it's a whole lot of hollow. So while it's definitely a nice size, it weighs like next to nothing. Now, some of the hollowness there is a reason for, because it's needed for transformation. Some of it is not needed for transformation, but it is what it is. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his abs, but at the noggin. There's the Meggy noggin. But nice Megatron head sculpt. It looks like Megatron. I can work with it. There's old bucket head. I like it. Decepticon symbol right there on the chest. You got some red there as well. You got the red and blue right there on the abs. He's got some big old shoulder pads going on here. Some big old H.I.S.S tank shoulder pads. Got some missile spam on his hips there, hanging off his hips, done in red and silver. You got this big panel here, which he's holding as a shield. That's going to be the back of the tank. But he can hold that as a shield, just pegs into his wrist. Of course, you have the fusion cannon right here. The fusion cannon looks terrible because, again, it's a whole lot of hollow. You can just see that going on here. Like this bit right here, like really, dude, really? No. That just looks bad too. That does not look good at all. That is just not a good fusion cannon. But it is what it is. But moving down, we got a lot of gray there on the legs. Here's big old feet. Got some tread heel spurs. And looking up the back, we can see kind of all the hollow there. You can see the thighs. Thighs are hollow. The whole back is hollow here. And there's a reason for that, because this little bit has to sit in there for transformation. Forearms are hollow. There's a reason for that, because something goes in there for transformation. You can see how much backpack he's working with back here. Is just this whole section of the tank just hanging off his back, so it's not very elegant. He does have guns. He has some extra guns now over his shoulders that can rotate, move up and down. You have a little space here, so if you want to take Baroness and have her just, going for a piggyback ride on Meg's there, you can totally do so. Things you can do if you want to do it. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You have lots of wiggly waggly. Arms can do a full 360. Let me remove this for now. But arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out. Just don't unpeg things. You can see a shoulder pad will move out of the way. You do have bicep rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Nothing at the wrist. Nothing at the waist. The legs, they can move forward that far. They are on a ratchet. Back that far. These skirt pieces can move out of the way. Outward, you can get almost the full splits if this wasn't in the way. You get thigh rotation. You get nice deep knee bend right there. The knee joints on mine are quite stiff. And as far as the feet go, they don't do much. The toes can move down due to transformation. The heels can move down if you need them to, but there is no ankle tiltage. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Now, height-wise, to the top of his head, he stands at about 10 inches tall. And here he is with the Earthrise Megs, so you can see how that works out. And here he is with the Power of the Primes, Optimus Prime. I think this is like the mainline Prime that might work closest with him. There could be others, but it's just the first one I saw on my shelf that I felt like could work. But just so you can get a sense of the scale of this figure here. So there you go. And one more question we need to answer is, are his weapons Blush compatible? Yes, they are. They are Blush compatible. Yes, they are. All of them. All three of them. That's right. So, luckily, I have 3 Blushes. I have lots of Blushes, but we'll take these. We can plug these in here. Thusly, we can plug one into his really bad fusion cannon, and we can do a big old triple mega Or is it a Cobra Bluche? Who knows? Who knows? It could be whatever you want in this case. Whatever you want. But that is basically it for the robot mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? So first thing we need to do, just remove that shield piece, remove the fusion cannon. You don't have to remove these, but I remove them because, hey, it's just, a couple less things that are in your way. Makes life a little bit easier. And now we can commence. So you want to start off by taking these shoulder pad sections here and bring them all the way forward. Like that. Just bring it forward as far as it will go, and that will allow you to take this section here and swing it down, and then you can just bring that back. Same thing here, just bring that down, bring that back, and you are good to go. So you want to take this whole backpack section here. It just clips into the back of his shoulder, so just untab it, just to free things up, and then you can undo this, and undo this whole black shoulder assembly. You gotta make sure that's out of the way. Then you're going to take this whole chest piece here, along with his noggin, and that will just come up and out, like so. Once you have done that, we can take these side skirt pieces, bring them up, rotate them up, and there's a tab slot connection right here on the chest. So just get that lined up, and boop on the one side, and boop on the other side. You can just leave that chilling out right there. So again, make sure that backpack's out of the way. We can bring these armatures for the arms. Bring those all the way down. Just kind of leave those hanging out for now. So now we're going to come down to the legs. Now we're going to take these heel spurs. Going to flip these in, thusly and thusly. And we're going to bring the legs forward 2 clicks. So 1, 2. And then you just want to bend the knee in. There is a tab right here. I'll go into a slot right up in here. So just bend that knee and tab that in. 1, 2. And bend that knee up. Again, the knee joints on mine are very snug. I have to just loosen that screw there. So get those legs tabbed in, and there we go. Now we got Megs on his knees, begging for mercy. Anyway. So once we have that, we're going to take this whole upper body assembly, and it's going to unclip and swing down like that. Once you've done that, these front tread sections will just clip in right there and right there on either side. Make sure everything is still where it should be. Go in your home. Go in your home. There we go. Like that. So that's going to be hanging out like that. And now we're just going to spin them around. Leave the toes down for now, because now we need to get the arms into place. So you're just going to take the arms and rotate them up so the shoulder pads are sticking up, and then rotate the arm at the bicep here so that this hollow portion of the forearm is now facing up. So rotate that up, rotate that down, and now we're going to bring these 2 sections forward. Thusly and thusly. You can get out of my way, please. And they're going to clip together right here in the middle. So just get that tab together, and now the arms are just going to tuck right in to these openings here. Like so. And they're going to sit there like that. And like that. So get that all together, and once you do that, just lift up the toes, and the toes will sit in those openings there. So there's a reason for that hollowness there, so I'll give it that. So there you go. So once we have done that, you just want to just clip all of this together, get it all tabbed in, and just bring it down, and we're pretty much at the home stretch here. So you're going to come here to this cockpit section. All of this is just going to raise up like so, and then you're going to just swing all of this down thusly, and there are some interlocking tabs right here, so just gotta get everything in place like that, and like that. Get all nice and squozen, and things should sit as flushly as possible. Just clip that cockpit down like so. You can take this section here, rotate it forward so that Cobra symbol is facing forward as it should. Now, back here, obviously, no, if you saw my short, no, this isn't just hanging out like that. His face does get covered up. As for this panel comes, well, parts forming! Shh, it's okay. It's okay. So, you have these two tabs right here, which are going to go into these two slots right here on either side. And that will cover up his face. There you go. Like so. So his face is covered up, and you take this little bit here, comes out, I guess like a hitch, and there you go. And put on the last finishing touches. You bring in these guns and just plug them back in where they were. And then you take the fusion cannon that plugs in right up top, right there. And there you go. There you have Megs in his H.I.S.S tank mode. You can get a good spin out of him too. But there he is. There is the Mega H.I.S.S tank. And the tank mode looks good. I can work with it. I can definitely work with this. I was never into G.I. Joe, but I definitely like the way this vehicle looks. I do quite dig it. Very nice design. It's getting close here so we can take a look at the details. You see you got some white and black tampograph details right up front. 788. Some other tampographed deals right there. 316. Not 316. 363. That's what I was trying to say. Cobra right there on the side. GH7C. Got some more things and stuff here on the side as well. Cobra symbol on the back. You got Meg's chest hanging out there because he says it with his chest. And yeah, then you can open up the cockpit here. And we do actually have some detail. Move this out of the way here so we can open it up all the way. We do actually have some detail here inside the cockpit. Not bad. Not bad. And of course, this whole turret section here can rotate, can do a full 360. These guns you can move up and down. Fusion cannon you can rotate as you wish. And yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby. And for comparison, again, here it is with the Earthrise Megs. So again, you can get a sense of the scale here of the H.I.S.S tank. And again, a very sizable vehicle right there. Now, as far as Baroness goes, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. But anyway, as far as Baroness goes, there's a couple things we can do with her. There are two posts right back here, so if you want, you can, you know, peg her on back there, because that's a thing. Have her facing back, you know, she could be shooting behind her while Megs is driving. I don't know, things you can do if you want to do it. Of course, you can plop her right here, and she can man this turret if you wish, or if you don't wish, you can, of course, put her into the cockpit. You should probably remove the backpack for that. And then you can just sit her down, and she sits nice and comfortably in there. And she can drive the H.I.S.S tank. And of course, if you want, you can do all kinds of blushing. Yes, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you really, really can. Just plug in the blushes right there. A trifecta o blushing, because blushing does a body good. And as far as Baroness's accessories, hey, guess what? You got trunk space. There you go, right in there. Wonderful! So there you have the Megatron H.I.S.S tank, and yeah, it's okay. It's okay at best. I was impressed by the size of the figure, but it's a lot of hollow. It's very light. Baroness looks like she has pink eyes. That's just really weird what they did with the paintwork there. The transformation works well, you know, it's enjoyable, it's smooth, it works well, so I have no complaints there. The H.I.S.S tank mode looks really good. That's the one shining moment of this figure, is the H.I.S.S tank mode. I think that came out really well. The robot mode itself, again, it looks okay. It looks like he's literally just wearing the H.I.S.S tank on his back, and, you know, things could have been done a bit better as far as maybe compressing things a little bit more, something here or there, I don't know, but it's, like I said, it's okay at best. There is a Bumblebee coming out, which actually does look a lot better. We'll see how that turns out when we get it in hand, but as far as Megs goes, he's alright. But I do still enjoy these crossover figures for what they are, so you know what, still happy to add it to the collection, so There you go. And now I picked this up from BigBadToyStore.com. As always, linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers G.I. Joe crossovers Megatron H.I.S.S tank. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Oh, Megatron, whoa, what's with this getup? What, you can get new forms, but I can't? Well, sure, I mean, it's just who's that? What, this? What, that's no one. Wait a second, since when do you work with humans? I can work with humans if I want to. Wait, is she telling you what to do? No, she's not telling me what to do. She made you wear this, didn't she? No. I mean, you're literally giving her a piggyback ride. I mean, come on, she didn't tell you to do that. I do what I want to do. You do what you want to do, or you do what she tells you to do. I belong to nobody. Then why are you giving her a piggyback ride? Because she told me to. Ah, scrap.